Hello, Project M. I hope that you're well. Today, I want to talk to you about the next step in really progressing our singing. This is something that lots of our barbershopping people might know about, or certainly will have heard about, but it's something we really need to master because as a group, we're not there yet. And if this is new to you, great. We're going to work on it together. What I want to talk about is a concept called target vowels. This is something that's used in singing, but something that's really concentrated on a lot in barbershop music for a few reasons. First of all, because we a lot of the time sing the words all together. And for another one, because we're very conscious of having clean lines so that the 4 different harmony lines can all be heard together. So that the singing coming from each part, from the tenors, from the leads, from the baritones and the basses, is 4 unified lines rather than 4 muddy separate lines. And in barbershop, as clean as we can make each line, then the better we can make our harmony. That's why we love it. So target vowels are sounds. They relate to individual sounds rather than letters that we write down. So a target vowel sound might be totally different to the letter that it relates to. I'll give you an example. The vowel letter A, for apple, if we were to say the word A, it actually has 2 mouth movements. It's got 2 sounds in it. A. See the way your mouth moves when you say it? So for those times where 2 vowel sounds come together, the first one is considered the target vowel sound, and the second sound is considered the diphthong. E would be the target, and E would be the diphthong. So for the word hey, like hey you, or hey, as Christina has been teaching us. I'm not sure I did that right, Christina, but you get the idea. You get the idea. So for the word hey, we want to make sure that when we're singing it, we're singing mostly on that first sound, he, rather than hey. Or what we definitely don't want is that we're all going at different times to E. So I'm hearing hey, yay, 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 yay all through the chorus. In barbershop music, what we want to do is get to that target sound, that target vowel sound, as quickly as we can and stay on it as long as we can while keeping in time with the music. So we've done some exercises like in our rehearsals, in our warm-ups, where we sing hey upwards. We sing hey, and we're on hey for nearly the whole thing, and then we only turn that diphthong, is the way they say it. We only put in the E right at the very end. So when we're talking about vowels, about target vowels, we're talking about one single sound each time. So for the word moon, the target sound is ooh. We want to get to ooh as quickly as possible. Some vowel letters correspond often to their vowel sound, like the letter E. There's no diphthong there. There's only one sound, E. So if you're singing the word be, it's just be, or me, or he. It doesn't have an extra ooh or an E or an ah or any change in my face shape. I could sing he until the cows come home and it would still be he. I don't even have to move. Other letters have lots of different sounds. So we looked at the word moon and we said the target sound in there, which is made by the double O vowels, is ooh. But if we think about other words in our song that have the letter O in them, we have things like something, that comes up a lot. Love, those, they have the letter O in them. But the target sound is not ooh in either of those. We're not singing something in your eyes, because it would be weird. We're using a target vowel sound that's more like a kind of a UH. We refer to that sometimes as a schwa. It's like the relaxed sound that we make. Sa or love. Those would be a kind of an Would it be a UH? Yeah, something like that. And that target vowel sound is something that we're aiming for. Why do we like to do target vowel sounds? Well, it does a few things. In barbershop, what we're trying to do is have a chord, which means like bum, 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 bum. Those little notes like an arpeggio if you ever played piano. We're trying to have a chord with 3 or 4 notes for as much time as possible. And the more time that we can spend as a group on that target vowel, the more time we will have to make a chord. And when we get the chord right, it rings and it creates all those lovely harmonics up and below our singing, which makes the sound really interesting and vibrant. And that's what you guys have. The importance of target vowels is all through every barbershop song. And it helps us do what we're looking for, which is legato or smooth singing, because it gives us more time on the vowel, more smoothness. If we want to really be masters of this, then we have to be able to do it in our fast songs as well as our slow songs. For Love Walked In, we've been brilliant at singing really long, smooth passages. Love walked right in. So good. But the song kind of helps you. The real mastery comes when we can put those target vowels and that long, smooth singing into our fast song, into Old Devil Moon. And at the moment, that's really what this song is crying out for. Much smoother singing and achieving that smoother singing by lengthening the vowels. At the moment, what we're having is kind of a choppy sound. The rhythm is great. The tuning is really good. The energy is so cool. But this is next level stuff. I'm not dissing what we're doing. What we're doing is great. I just know you can do more. So that's what this is for. So if we can concentrate a little bit more on smoothing out our singing by staying on the target vowel for longer, particularly in Devil Moon, I think it will make a really big difference. I'll give you an example of a phrase and you can hear what I'm singing and see how I'm doing with target vowels. I think actually the I look at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see is a really good one. So I look at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see. You know that line? So if I was to sing that like I'm a soloist or a jazz singer or whatever, I could sing, I look at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see, and it soon begins bewitching me. And that sounds nice, doesn't it? Sounds lovely, because it's a great song and I sang the notes. But it's not in the style that we're looking for. It was kind of jazzy, and that would be cool if I was on my own and had a band, obviously. But we're looking for the style of barbershop music, and that style is smooth. So I want to make the vowel sounds longer and bring the consonants in a bit later in the word. Let me sing it for you. I look at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see, and it soon begins bewitching me. For so much more of that phrase, my mouth was actually open on a vowel, on an or an ah or an oo or whatever it was, rather than closing it down for the consonants. The great word for explaining that is the word something. It's in bar 8 if you're looking. So that word could be sung like some, close really quickly, something in your eyes. And it's kind of tempting to do it like that because that's very rhythmic. But if we want it to be barbershop, we've got to hold that target vowel, that sa, that ah, for much longer. So instead of a choppy something in your eyes, I want to hear something in your eyes. So I held that open a little bit longer. What it meant was that the consonant sound was kind of short. The wasn't a long one. It was something in your eyes. I nearly joined it onto the second half of the word. I kind of sang something in your eyes. And that helps to smooth out the lines. All the way through Old Devil Moon, we really need to smooth it out. I know that there's lots of people in the group who already know this. And I want those people to, every time we sing it, be setting an amazing example, be thinking of what they're doing and how they're singing smoothly, and setting a really good example for the singers around them who might be learning. Because I think we can all do this really well. If we look at one more phrase, just for examples, because there's loads of words in this, it's quite wordy. Even it's that old devil moon, which we sing a lot. The first word of that sentence is it's. So easy to go, it's that old. But we want, it's that old. I'm literally just opening my mouth for longer. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the sky. All of those target vowels that I'm staying on. Let's do it a choppy way and see if you can hear the difference now. So this is choppy. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the skies. Yeah? Still the same tune, still the same rhythm. Now let's do it the barbershop way. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the skies. Same rhythm, same notes, but much smoother. And why is it smoother? Because I'm getting to the target vowel as quickly as I can. I'm not going moon, I'm going moo, straight to the oo rather than and I'm staying on the target vowel for as long as I can. I have a demonstrative pencil for you. Here we go. So imagine this screen is the length of the word, right? There we go. I want, and it's the word moon, I want the sound to take, actually, are you going the other way? I don't know. I want the sound to take up just this little bit here. That's all you get. Ooh. Most of the sound that I want to hear is ooh. I don't want to hear moon. I want to hear moon. Yeah. So get to those target vowels. Stay there as long as you can. Have a listen to the teach tracks and see, can you hear how we get on with our target vowels and with our smoothness. Lots of the time it's quite smooth. Some of the time it's not great. So you can pick those out and let me know. But what I want you guys to work on in every song you ever do in barbershop, but particularly this week for Old Devil Moon, is that smoothness. Long target vowels, no choppy consonants. Happy practice.